My name is Mark Hernandez, and I'm here to give a proposal to increase advertising for UNM's traditional Japanese Jiu-Jitsu course. So a little about traditional Japanese Jiu-Jitsu. It is a combat art developed in the battlefields of feudal Japan, and it is a combat style that mainly focuses on distance, close quarter, and ground fighting. And what makes it different from many other martial arts is that it uses internal energy to essentially apply strength to your strikes and kicks rather than just brute strength and speed and all that jazz that many other Western martial arts use. And it is an art that helps also establish internal principles such as self-discipline, self-confidence, and great cognitive skills, to say the least. And it is also a 2-credit PE course that is available to all students at UNM, and it is taught by Sensei Andrew Yunakis. And of course, it is a class that many students are not aware of. So the goals and objectives here are simple. Increase advertising for the Jiu-Jitsu course to increase enrollment, and also to increase the safety of students and promote internal principles to enhance the well-being of our students. The safety of the students and the internal principles will be expanded further upon in the benefits section of the presentation. So how should we go about advertising? Well, it's honestly pretty simple. Posters and electronic billboards posted around very highly populated areas where many students will see them, such as Pope Joy Hall, Johnson Gym, and the Sub. Or also like posters and advertisements posted in sporting arenas where, again, many students attend, and even some people maybe who aren't students and maybe just want to enroll in the course just for the benefits. So this would be in places such as Dreamstyle Stadium or even the Pit. And then finally, electronic advertisements through UNM's many websites. I'm sure they can spare some space, and even their athletics website to promote Jiu-Jitsu. As for the qualifications, although Japanese Jiu-Jitsu is more of an individual activity, it is an athletic one nonetheless, so it should be treated as such. Because UNM has over 18 athletic programs, like your baseball, football, volleyball, swimming, the list goes on. And UNM provides funding for all of those courses. Activities, but not Jiu-Jitsu. So Jiu-Jitsu, like I said, should deserve the same amount of treatment as those other activities. And as for more qualifications, this is a little about the instructor. This is Andrew Yanakis. He holds an 8th Dan black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. He holds a 6th Dan black belt in Kodokan Judo. He's the director of the HESS Institute of Traditional Martial Arts at UNM, and he's been teaching martial arts and self-defense more than 50 years. So why am I telling you this? It is not only because I have great respect for the man, but it is also to show that the students are in good hands. He knows what he's doing, and he knows how to teach the course. His main priority in the course is his students' safety. So he'll make sure they learn while being in the safest environment as possible. And he will make sure to instill these internal principles, which will be expanded upon in the benefits section. But first, I want to discuss costs. So I got this from the Albuquerque Journal. This is just some of the expenses that UNM has to pay for all of their athletic activities. So essentially, each athletic activity is provided a budget. So why not just allocate at least $100 from each of these activities to put towards Jiu-Jitsu? This would provide almost $2,000 in money to put towards advertising. Advertisements aren't cheap, and I think Jiu-Jitsu could benefit from this with minimal cost towards other athletic activities. It is so minimal that it's basically almost non-existent at all. $100 is not much to ask from each of these sports. But going to the benefits I spoke about earlier, these are numerous, beginning with the utmost important, student safety. It is no secret that Albuquerque is a crime-ridden city, but one of the worst parts of it is, of course, Central, which is right outside the UNM campus. And Albuquerque was ranked the 10th most dangerous city in the United States by CBS News. So traditional Japanese Jiu-Jitsu is not here to promote violence. It is here to provide an option of last resort, meaning there may come a time where students may not have an option to run away, call the police, and having these skills in martial arts, particularly jiu-jitsu, could save their lives. And an increase in the self-defense skills of students could actually possibly decrease the crime rate around the UNM area, because maybe some criminal on the streets will think twice before messing with a student if he knows that a lot of them know how to defend themselves. More on the benefits, now we talk about the increase in students' well-being. It is no secret that students all across the United States and hell, even across the world, suffer from stress, anxiety, and depression, as provided by these statistics right here, which I got from the Anxiety and Depression Association of America. So at least 30% of college students reported that stress had negatively affected their academic performance. 85% of college students reported they had felt overwhelmed by everything they had to do at some point within the past year. 41.6% stated anxiety as a top presenting concern among college students, and 24.5% of college students reported that they were taking psychotropic medication. So these are not low numbers, these are high. And as stated in number 2 right here, this course can help combat stuff such as anxiety and depression and provide escape, like almost an escape for some students to help relieve the stress and all this trouble in a healthy way in the course. And also, talking about the 30% of college students who reported that stress had negatively affected academic performance, an increase in discipline can also lead to an increase in productivity and can help students perform better outside of the dojo. Because one of the things that jiu-jitsu stresses is self-discipline and being able to enhance their focus and their attention span. And this can be applied to all those lecture classes that many of us college students have to go through. So in conclusion, obviously the well-being of students should be the utmost important concern for UNM. And judging by my past few years here, it is. It definitely is. So UNM already has this course available. It's not like we're asking money to establish a course. It's not like we're asking for money for merchandising or property rights like with UNM football or basketball. It's just minimal costs that can be allocated from the budgets put towards each of the sports in order to promote this class. And the minimal costs are outweighed by the numerous benefits students can gain. Again, those internal principles and in the increase in their safety. So honestly, like with a minimal cost such as this, like what's stopping UNM from promoting this amazing class? I want to thank you for your time in listening to my presentations, and I hope you all have a good day.